exposed. Yeah. Ha. You exposed, bitch. You exposed. If you got no games, you exposed, bitch. You exposed. You exposed. You exposed, bitch. You exposed.
Well, well, well. Week 2 of the college football season in the books, and we already have an episode of Exposed. Ncaa 31 here, and I'm playing, speaking of Exposed, I have my Notre Dame Fighting Irish going up against this guy using the Florida Gators. And really, this edition of Exposed covers the Big Ten Conference. First of all, so much for my Ohio State playoff pick, eh? That didn't last long. That didn't make it out of September. I mean, jeez. But, well, whatever. It gets cliche and boring picking the SEC all the time. What fun is it to go chalk on when you're making predictions? But first, let's get started with the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan, Notre Dame. My beloved Notre Dame Fighting Irish pitching the shutout, humiliating, exposing, embarrassing Devin Gardner, and laying a beat down on Brady Hoke and the Maize and Blue. Get ready for the Everett Golson Heisman hype train. That's coming. That's going to be coming really, really soon. Because looking at their schedule, I expect them to be undefeated going into the Florida State game. And then, of course, when they go to Tallahassee, I'll be doing an expose for them after that. But you guys have not experienced Heisman hype until you've experienced Notre Dame Heisman hype. Notre Dame Heisman hype is at a whole different level. Now, I believe out of the two units, offense and defense, the offense is closer to the real deal. I've had a good feeling about the offense for the past 9-10 months. Notre Dame is deep at running back. They have several very good running backs. They're churning out good offensive linemen on a consistent basis again. They're always going to have a 6'6", 6'7" beast of a tight end. And they have a lot of really good receivers. And this is without DeVaris Daniels. So I felt the offense was going to be good and could be excellent. What you're seeing now, you're seeing Brian Kelly's Cincinnati offense when he had Tony Pike, Zach Caleros, Marty Gilliard, and all those guys. You're seeing the tempo. You're seeing these 4 and 5 wide spread sets, 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end spread sets. And you're seeing a lot of aggression. He's had this under wraps for the past couple of years because he hasn't had the quarterback. He's had some decent weapons, but not this level of depth. He's done an excellent job in recruiting speed, skill position players. That and getting depth along the offensive line. Now, defensively, Devin Gardner helped them out an awful lot. That defense is not that good. Jalen Smith is that good. Jalen Smith is a freak of nature. But that defense as a whole is littered with true freshmen, redshirt freshmen, and sophomores. 2 years from now, they could be scary, but they're not that good. Devin Gardner bailed them out with a lot of premature ejections from the pocket and some bad decisions. And that's really Michigan's biggest problem. The thing about college football is that you have to go all in with a system. You have limited practice time. You have limited resources, and you're dealing with college kids. You're not dealing with professionals. And they went all in with Rich Rodriguez and the spread, and when they fired him, and they bring in Hoke and Borges, pro-style guys, you have these spread option quarterbacks. You saw this at Florida. When Muschamp came in, and you had Driscoll running a pro-style system, bloody nightmare, and now they're right back running the spread again. Going from a spread to a pro-style offense is a different world. It requires a different set of skills. I mean, not everyone is Tyrod Taylor, who was a dual-threat guy who could get it done in a traditional non-spread type of scheme. Most of them struggle to do it. So I think Michigan, once they move on from Gardner and are able to get some quarterbacks into the system that fit that pro-style mold, they'll be a lot better off. I'm going to cut Michigan State a little bit of slack just due to the fact that they were on the road. Even though they had the lead and looked like they were taking control of the game, they caught a couple of bad breaks. And then when Oregon is able to get on rhythm and get on time, they're dang near impossible to disrupt. Once they get on rhythm, it's really difficult to rein them back in, and then away they go. Nebraska, the post-Taylor Martinez era, that was pretty disappointing, to be honest with you, is off to a shaky start, needing a insane play by Abdullah in order to pull out a win without going to overtime against McNeese State. I enjoy watching Nebraska. I always have. Nebraska is one of those programs outside of Notre Dame that I always make a effort to pay extra attention to. And they just can't seem to get it all the way back. They've had some chances to break through over the recent years, like against UCLA last year, for example, and they fall flat. They're just missing a little bit of extra oomph. They just need that breakthrough, because without it, they seem to be destined to be stuck in that 3-loss, bottom half of the top 25 type of program that gets stuck playing in the Gator and Alamo Bowl every year. But they may get it this year by default, because the early returns in the Big Ten so far, not good. Not good at all. Wisconsin did not look very impressive against LSU. Their quarterback play was a mess. And Ohio State, I'm not going to blame the kid quarterback. You know, Barrett is a redshirt freshman, you know, a guy who's not ready to play. They were expecting to have Braxton Miller lead the way, and with Braxton Miller, they probably run the table in that league. So I'm not gonna, bag on him. The thing that bothers me is I think Urban Meyer has lost a little bit off his fastball. He's kind of slipped, I think. This isn't the first game where, he's had some very questionable game planning going on. I mean, granted, the offense didn't really play very well. You're dealing with an inexperienced quarterback, but you cannot let Virginia Tech score like that. Virginia Tech never scores. Last year they wasted a very good defense. This is a program that couldn't score when Vic was there. You can't let them score 21 points in a half. That cannot happen. Yes, the turnovers didn't help. The defense was put in some bad spots, but you got to hold. And Urban just hasn't been able to fix that defense. And he also did nothing to, help Barrett out. He put way too much of the game on him. He's got that kid throwing, dang close to 30 times and carrying the ball 20-plus times. It's just way too much on his shoulders. And he just couldn't handle it. It's just way too much. For some reason, Herb does not like his running backs very much this year. So that's your Big Ten. The first victims of the college football year and exposed. Hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to y'all later. Peace.